Hello everyone, Toby from abletondrummer.com here. I want to show you how you can set a preset fixed clip length for recording in session view in Ableton Live. So you will get 4 Max for Live devices. They work a little bit different. They have a different logic. So let's start with the first one. They will work on both on MIDI and on audio tracks. So you just let's start with the track device. So all clips on this track now will be set to a prefixed clip length here. Long name. Okay, so let's set this to 2 bars. Your transport needs to be activated so you can hear the metronome now. So now if you hit one clip, you can see it's automatically replay after 2 bars. Yeah, so that's quick and easy. So if you have this on a track, this device, it will do this for all clips on this track automatically. If you move this device, so now it's on a new track, you need to press refresh once, so just that the device knows which track actually it should deal with it. This will be no problem if you just drag and drop it onto a track, or if you reload the Ableton Live set, this will be automatically updated. Okay, so let's have a look on the different devices here. You might just want to define 1 or 2 clip slots here. So for this, we're going to use the fixed clip slot 1. So if I click on open here, I now get this pop-up window and I can select a certain clip slot, press S for sync, and now you can see this clip slot here, track number 2, scene number 4, track number 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is now mapped here. So let's set this to 1 bar, for example. Transport needs to be running before you trigger this clip. And now let's trigger this. On the 1, it's recording, and then it replays automatically. Cool. Okay, so I highly advise you to use the global launch quantization here, because otherwise stuff wouldn't stay in sync. So there are 2 things to consider. First of all, if you're using something like 4/4 or 6/4 or 4/8 or something, that's all working fine. But if you use something like, let's say 3/8, bam, you will see a sign here, current time signature and bar rec length won't work. So this means if you're doing something more odd in the time signature, you only can select some values here for preset rec length. So for example, 2 bars here would work. Yeah, okay. So if you want to set up a few more than only 1 clips here, but just all over the set, so it's no issue where the device is sitting. So device is sitting now on track 1. Let's switch this off just to make sure. And then let's take the 10 device here. So now you get 10 clip slots you could sync up. So I might select this one, might select this one, and I might select this one here, can set those to different bars. I even get the track names shown up here. If I now move tracks, or if I, create a new track, or if I delete a track, it's still fixed to the initial position, to the initial clip slot, but it's not showing you the right names and the right numbering here. So for this, you just need to go once to the main device, press refresh, and you can see all the names are being updated now. Okay, cool. So the last device here is a grid 4x4 device. So if you open up this window here, you can see now that you're getting actually a 4x4 grid. So for example, now this 4x4 grid here is represented here. So if you want to start somewhere else, let's say we want to maybe get this area here, we need to select the start point of the left top here for this grid. It's a 4x4, not 4x5. Okay, so we want track number 3 and then scene number 2. We want this grid to start. So we need to put this in down below here, track number 3, scene number 2. Oh, 2. There we go. So now we are controlling this grid, which is highlighted here now. So let's set this one up on, let's set this one up, select on, and then select just the length here. Okay, so yeah, now if, one more thing, if I want to use a different global quantization here, I mean, as I said earlier, if you want to have stuff being in sync, 1 bar is like the most common thing used here. You can't set a higher value here and a lower value for the clip recording. Let's set this back to 4.4 so we don't get the warning sign here, and it's more easier to follow if it's on 4.4. Anyways, so now my global launch quantization, yeah, which only start and stop or being retriggered every other bar. But I'm only recording a 1 bar loop here, so this will get a little funky. So let's just put in some audio in here so you can see that now. So if the transport is running and I'm on track 3, scene number 2, so if I now select this one, it's being recorded, 2, 3, 4, so it is 2, 3, 4, and it's coming out already. It's recording for 1 bar, but the global launch quantization is set to 2 bars. So you have a recording of 1 bar, but a 2 bar length. So you can see this here. So this is actually not what you want. So you need to have to set your global launch quantization to a lower value, 1 bar, or the same value, like you want to have a preset recording clip length. Okay, so that's only one limitation here of the device. For most people, that wouldn't concern you anyways, because 1 bar is like the most used global launch quantization. Even lower values, I mean, if you want to have stuff staying in sync, not sure if that's what you want to select here. Anyways, it will work, but you know, it's a little bit tricky, but go for 1 bar and then you're safe. Okay, cool, nice one. Have fun with the device. I'm excited to see what people are coming up with here, because you just have to press a clip recording once now, and then you can play, and you don't have to adapt your playing or your recording or your singing, and remembering to press the button for restarting the clip, the recording here again. So I think that gives a lot of people a lot more flexibility for live stuff or doing music and being creative and focusing on the stuff you are playing here instead of pressing a button. Okay, have fun.